Wow, he's so cute! See that guy over there? He's a hot pop star and a special guest on the dating show I'm directing. Oh my, that look! Is he noticing me? Maybe we'll run into each other in the waiting room after the show. If I weren't a trainee director, I'd never be stuck doing these heavy lifting tasks.
That director, Hazel, right? She's kinda cute.
What? Talking about me?
But nothing special. I could make her fall for me in 3 seconds. Bet?
Oh, Hazel, why'd you blush when he looked at you then? Alright. I need to figure out a way to play him at his own game. This bet, I have to win. A few minutes later, a sleek, shiny car pulls up in front. Then a dashing guy steps out. Amid many admiring glances, he approaches me and says,
My love, have you been waiting long?
Hello, I'm Hazel, and will be a famous director someday if this dating show takes off. Weirdly, I've managed to pick a fight with our famous guest, and the one helping me out is Jacob, my childhood bestie. Jacob's parents are tycoons, rarely appearing in the media. My only impression of them is rich and super rich. Jacob has been into business since he was a kid, collecting seashells and sea snails from Hawaii to sell to classmates, and even other senseless stuff.
This is air from the Philippines. See? Cool, right?
Jacob and I grew up together. I remember when I was 18 and had just moved out. I was often bothered by guys hitting on me. Jacob bought an entire mansion and asked me to move in. Duh! I stayed on the upper floor and he stayed downstairs. Nothing fishy. Now I've moved out because my mom said it was inconvenient. We're just friends, Mom!
Wait a second. Let's talk this through. The contract's already signed.
Jeez, I didn't expect him to overreact like that. Ruin the whole show plan. What now? What to do? Hey, we've got another handsome and famous guy right here. No matter his resistance, I pushed Jacob onto the guest list. I almost burst out laughing at his indescribable expression, never having dated anyone before.
Hazel, I don't know anything about this stuff.
Just be romantic, like when you gave me flowers. You act well.
I wasn't acting.
All right, everyone, it's almost time. Right then, a staff member runs over and delivers another shocking update. One of the female contestants couldn't make it because she had a stomach ache.
She said she ate some bad oysters.
Okay, enough. Now we're one person short.
Then you should join, Hazel.
What is this nutjob saying? Crazy much? But before I could knock some sense into him, I realized everyone was looking at me, expectantly. Fine, it's all for the show's success, alright? Jacob, you're here too?
Bianca? Long time no see. I thought you settled in France.
This girl Bianca immediately shoves me aside to sit next to Jacob. Like, hello, there are empty seats over there, you know. We have a marriage pact, remember? What, a marriage pact? How come I've never heard Jacob mention this? Oh, seeing his face, I get how he dodged this topic. Well, gotta tolerate her as she's the daughter of the director, also the main sponsor of the show. I force myself to smile politely. What? The script wants to pair Jacob and Bianca? We decided to let the show flow naturally and now they want to set them up to boost ratings. Psst, they don't even look good together. The show kicked off with 6 contestants, 3 guys and 3 girls facing each other. I lied that I was a doctor and came here to find my other half. When Bianca was asked about her ideal partner, she pointed straight at Jacob without hesitation. The audacity! And him?
Well, it would be amazing if I could find a girlfriend who's a doctor, and who likes to lie too.
His goofy answer got the whole audience laughing. I knew he was testing me, while Bianca glared as if she wanted to devour me alive. The first challenge of the show. Any girl who didn't receive a flower from a guy would be penalized. The beautiful girl quickly got flowers from 2 guys, leaving just me and Bianca. Who would Jacob give his rose to?
It's Bianca!
The audience burst into applause and cheers as Jacob handed the flower to Bianca, who hugged him tightly, not letting go, while he gave me a sympathetic look. Not surprising since I had forced him to do so. Forget our friendship for a moment. No matter what happens, you have to prioritize Bianca. Now I had to face the penalty of being drenched by a bucket full of water poured from above. And guess what? I was the one who prepared that bucket. What the? Is that honey? Why? She looks like a pancake covered in honey. Not funny? Yet from that moment, the show's ratings skyrocketed. The audience seemed incredibly excited about my program. The next 2 challenges went by quickly, and of course, I was put through the ringer. I insisted that Jacob shouldn't help me. As long as the show's ratings were high, that's all that mattered.
We're breaking records here! Our show just hit the highest live viewership record!
Everyone on the team cheered joyfully. The director approached me, and that's Bianca's father.
Jacob and my daughter are drawing a huge viewership. I want the show to have episode 2. To solidify that, I need that young man and my daughter to start hinting at dating in real life.
Outrageous! This had to be her idea. But all for the success of the show, I had to swallow my pride. Come on, just help me out this one last time.
You know it's hard for me. Damn it, Hazel.
I'll cook dinner at your place for 3 months. Jacob, seizing his advantage, immediately agreed. I've sacrificed too much already. One morning, I stepped out of the supermarket with my arms full of groceries. Today, I'm going to treat Jacob to a top-notch beefsteak. He's gonna be so happy. Speak of the devil and he shall appear. Looking that sharp, he must be on a date with Bianca. Poor Jacob. But what if after dating they actually become a couple? Snap out of it. It'll never happen. I approached Jacob, planning to tease him, but as soon as he saw me, he pulled me aside.
You owe me big time, just so you know.
He was so close I could hear his heartbeat. It was racing just like mine.
I wish it was you.
I looked at Jacob, our lips nearly touching, and his warm breath mixed with mine. He was kissing me. But we're just friends, always have been. What's gotten into you today? We're just friends! I ran off, shocked, yet I couldn't deny I enjoyed that kiss. It was sweet. Could it be I've fallen for Jacob? My confusion quickly turned to panic as photos of Jacob and me in a close moment flooded social media. Then the calls started pouring in. Gosh, I knew it!
If you don't handle this mess, you're fired.
Exactly! Or I wouldn't be able to face anyone anymore! I was forced to do a live stream apologizing, claiming that Jacob and I were childhood friends, and that act was just overly friendly. It was all a misunderstanding, and we had to stress that there was no romantic relationship between us. Episode 2 filming day arrived. After one couple was eliminated in episode 1, only 4 of us were left, competing for the grand prize, a free trip to Paris. But I didn't care about that. What bothered me was that Jacob had been avoiding me ever since that day. Was he mad at me?
Alright, ladies and gents. This challenge involves you and your partner entering a haunted house, trying to make it to the last room to write your names and your partners on a mirror. The first couple back wins!
Amidst the audience's applause, Jacob and Bianca entered first, followed by me and a guy who seemed so innocent he bordered on silly.
I'm really scared of ghosts. Save me if anything happens, okay?
Just great. My fate seems even more pathetic than in round 1. Before we could brace ourselves, we were thrown into a roller coaster that zoomed forward. The guy next to me screamed non-stop as cold air began to blow and spiders and snakes started to drop. I wasn't scared because I knew about these tricks from the start. Exiting the ride, we headed straight for the last room. Right then, a skeleton flew at us, making me jump. Jeez, you got me there. But the guy, scared out of his wits, he disappeared into thin air. What the fudge? Alone, I entered the dark room, the only light coming from a red-lit mirror in the center. Approaching, I noticed Jacob and Bianca had already been there. Their names were written in lipstick encased in a heart. A surge of anger choked me. I realized then, I truly loved Jacob. It was love, not just friendship. Well, I still had to finish the job. While busy writing, I felt a shadow looming behind me. I'm just wrapping up here, you scaredy cat. Off you go. No response came, and curious, I turned around to see a figure of Valak standing there. This wasn't in the script. Suddenly, something grabbed my ankle tightly. Terrified, I screamed and then blacked out. I woke up to find myself tucked into a comfy bed. Jacob was sitting in a chair looking worriedly at me.
Thank goodness you're okay. I was so worried.
What happened?
You got so scared you fainted during the shoot. I'm sorry I messed everything up.
Jacob turned on the TV to show me what happened next. As soon as I screamed, everyone on the crew panicked. Jacob rushed in despite Bianca clutching at him. They found me lying there, Valak in utter terror.
It was her! She asked me to do that! I didn't do anything, okay?
No! How dare you blame me? Jacob was beside himself with worry.
Stupid Hazel! Wake up! You're so strong! I can't live without you! I haven't even started flirting with you yet! Wake up! I love you!
Of course, all those silly words were broadcast live along with the show, and everything blew up.
The director fired you, but don't worry. If you want, I'll set up a company for you to be the director.
Pfft, idiot. It's not like you ruined everything alone. I played my part too.
What? I thought we're just friends.
That was in the past. It's so high up! Help me!
Woohoo! Look! We can touch the tip of the pyramid from here!
We're about to touch the top of the pyramid! All because he talked me into this. Once we're back on solid ground, he's in for it. Hi, I'm Melissa, and this is how I usually look when I'm not scared out of my wits. My home's just me, my mom, and my sister in a small town in Alaska, while my dad's often away as an archaeology professor, pretty much like Indiana Jones. Every time he comes home, he fills us with stories of his adventures, sparking my curiosity about history and the world beyond. Since I was tiny, I'd scrutinize every mark on a tree, flip every rock, dig holes all over our backyard hunting for treasure. Little Melissa was convinced she'd unravel all of humanity's mysteries. My peaceful childhood took a turn the time I went out with my sister's friends and they let me drive a snowcat. The thrill of steering was intoxicating, almost like flying. Woohoo! Watch the road, you idiot! But soon enough, both person and vehicle crashed into a tree. Though we were unscathed, Mom banned me from driving anything but a bicycle after that. Not even a lawnmower. Worse, the school bullies got wind of it. Can you not? What? Planning to run me over with a snowcat? Fine. If you won't play nice, I'll make you shut up. I grabbed an eraser and a rubber band from the desk, aimed at the girl with her mouth wide open laughing, hit her. But the eraser flew right into her annoying mouth, causing her to choke and cough violently. I froze in horror. Oh no. Somebody help her! Just then, the teacher rushed over, did the Heimlich maneuver, and saved her. Phew. I realized that my instinctive action almost cost a classmate her life. So from then on, I did my utmost to restrain myself, sticking to instructions and saying no to anything new. But as I grew up, the love for adventure, exploration, and especially archaeology resurged, though I dared only experience it through movies and books. Dad wasn't too pleased about that.
How do you know if you don't try? How about joining me in Egypt this summer?
Makes sense, right? Dad and a research team would be with me, and so my first journey abroad began. Right after landing, Dad and I headed to Giza. Never imagined I'd see the Sphinx this close.
Run! It's a sandstorm!
I turned to see everyone evacuating and also scrambled towards Dad. In the rush to get into the car, someone bumped into me, causing my phone to drop into the sand. But it was too late. The car sped off. Dad, I dropped my phone. Huh? Who are you? I jumped when I realized this wasn't my dad. And the car was filled with strangers. Had I just hopped into the wrong expedition's car and lost my phone too? I need to find a way to contact Dad. I need a phone and the internet. Can you help me? Do you speak English? How about you? But the passerby only gave me weird looks.
Miss, come, I have help.
Finally, someone speaks English. Such a kind kid. But there's nothing here, except for a gang of menacing thugs. I turn to flee but find myself surrounded by thugs aiming to grab my purse and pick my pockets. Suddenly, I'm being dragged away. No! Please, someone help me! Let me go!
Hey, I'm trying to save you. Stop hitting me!
Turns out he was pulling me away from the muggers. They were hot on our heels as we kept turning corners. Into a narrow alley, the guy pulled me in to hide. Too close, I could hear his heartbeat.
We cut them off.
Stay away from me. Planning to rob me next?
Please, is this how you say thanks?
Thank you? Oh man, I'm blushing like a beet. But now what? I'm still lost and alone. Jeez. Lucky for me, he was kind enough to let me borrow his phone. Oddly enough though, my dad and everyone else from the group aren't answering.
They probably lost signal. How about coming to my place to wait and try again?
I had no choice but to follow. His name's Ramses, and although he's about my age, he had been an exchange student in the US, so his English was really good. Once there, his mom welcomed me warmly and even offered me koshari. I'd never tried local food for fear it wouldn't suit my taste, but I couldn't refuse such hospitality. Pretty good. Kinda spicy though. Oh, it's blazing hot!
Are you moved to tears? Now you know you can't handle spicy.
Right then, images of my dad and the other professors flashed across the TV screen. Oh no. Ramses, what does the news say?
They said contact was lost with the archaeology group after the sandstorm.
So my dad is missing? I'm such an idiot! Coming all the way here and inviting disaster!
Melissa, don't worry too much. Many research teams and tourists get caught in sandstorms here, so the local police are experienced. They won't be missing that easily. You can stay here in the meantime.
Thank you. Although I was taken in and Ramsey spoke English, his reticence left me feeling lonely. Unable to just sit around, I offered to work at a restaurant with Ramses. But not knowing Arabic made everything initially confusing and strange for me. The heat was unbearable, not to mention. Most Egyptians are Muslims and pray 5 times every day. I learned this after delivering food to a customer right during prayer time, so I waited to avoid disturbing them. Just a week in and I was missing winter, my mom, sister, and even school. One day, I ventured back to the desert, hoping to find any clue of my dad to return home soon. I tried calling the old phone number and it rang. There it was. Happy to have found the phone, I realized I had no idea how to get back. The desert looked the same in every direction. I had to call Ramses for a pickup. He didn't say a word to me the whole ride back. He must be mad. Back home, I tried calling Dad. The phone rang for a long time.
Melissa, is that you?
Hearing my dad's voice, I was overjoyed. Turns out the car broke down in a no-signal area, so they were temporarily out of touch. Then I spilled all about the unlucky events that befell me for stepping out of my comfort zone and wanting to head home immediately. Dad listened and mentioned the whole group had booked flights back to the US in 2 weeks.
But don't clam up like that. What if you're missing out on the greatest thing in your life?
He had a point. Being in such an intriguing place, I might as well experience it. I decided not to tell Ramses I had found my dad, giving me an excuse to stay longer. The next day, I shed my shyness, striving to talk with coworkers and Ramses. They were so open and friendly that my Arabic improved and I got to witness the simple life here and their adventurous games. Following the motto, you never know if you don't try. I played all the scary games with them, including sandboarding.
It's easy, like skiing, but on sand.
Whether true or not, I wouldn't know because I've never dared to ski. To me, it was more about tumbling in the sand than sliding. By the end, sand was pouring out of every crevice on my body. Yet after that day, they also dragged me to camel riding. Turns out they weren't as scary as I thought. These creatures can run fast and are very smart. Like when I raised my phone to capture the night sky full of stars, the little camel stopped entirely, waiting for me to finish. When parting, he even let me nuzzle his chin. But nothing left a deeper impression than paragliding. Thinking back, how could Ramses be so thrilled at that height while I could only scream?
Melissa, calm down! I'm here! We're flying over the head of the Sphinx!
I slowly opened my eyes to a breathtaking view. The blazing sunset was sinking behind the Sphinx. The height nearly made my heart leap out of my chest. But how many can say they've seen one of the world's 7 wonders from above, right? Before I knew it, the day to return was almost upon us, but I hadn't told anyone yet. Moreover, this morning, Ramses mentioned he had a surprise for me. He took me to Giza on an ATV, but insisted on blindfolding me. What's all the secrecy about? He had led me quite a distance already.
Surprise?
Before me was a room filled with ancient scripts and drawings, just like in the movies. In the center of the room stood a glittering golden sarcophagus. OMG, am I inside a pyramid? An ancient pharaoh's tomb? I thought no one was allowed in here.
I happen to know someone who knows someone with the authority to enter the preservation area.
It's so beautiful. How can I ever thank you?
You don't need to do anything. Happy birthday, Melissa.
He knew it was my birthday and even managed to bring me here? This is undoubtedly the best birthday gift I've ever received. And today just became the best day of my life. The ancient Egypt geek in me was fully unleashed. All the recent hardships were totally worth it. Suddenly, Ramses held my hand.
Actually, there's something I need to tell you. Melissa, I like you. Will you be my girlfriend?
Ramses, I like you too, but what about when I go back to the US? Last week, Dad told me we're flying out tomorrow.
What? You found your dad? Since when?
Not long ago.
Why are you only telling me now?
But before I could answer, flashlights suddenly shone in our eyes.
Who's there? This area is off limits.
Run!
We had to push past the guard to make our escape. I'm sorry, I couldn't afford any more trouble. But Ramses unexpectedly fell into a booby trap hole inside the tomb.
Run, Melissa!
Give me your hand. I can't leave you behind. It seemed Ramses wasn't badly injured, but with his leg like that, he surely couldn't ride the ATV. Get on, we need to get you to an emergency room. We sped off across the desert, through the streets, and made it to the hospital just in time. While the doctors attended to Ramses, I had the chance to reflect on what had just happened. I had just driven an ATV, aka the desert version of a snowcat. My phobia had vanished and I felt lighter than ever. At that moment, my thoughts were only of Ramses. I hoped he would be okay. Terrible, I had lied to him and his family all this time. He must be furious. Unable to face Ramses, I thanked and bid farewell to his mother to return to the US the next day. Back home, I'd become a new person. Reunited with my mom, sister, and the familiar homeland, I was overjoyed. But I had promised myself to pursue my dreams to the fullest. And 2 years later, I became an archaeology student at the University of Cambridge. This time, I was ready for anything. Suddenly, there was a knock on the door, and there stood Ramses. Ramses, what are you doing here?
I've been searching for you.
Then he gently kissed me. It felt as if we had never parted. That morning on my day off, I went with my dad to buy a fish tank to decorate my room. The sun was shining and I was feeling excited about sprucing up my space. Dad, I want to get the long fish tank for my room. Huh? What the fudge is that? Who's my sister sitting with?
Oh, it's Monique.
She's wearing my new Chanel top and flirting with a guy. Monique, if I don't deal with you today, I'm not your sister. Let's see what you can do to me. How dare you? That's the price you pay for messing with someone else's stuff. You've crossed the line.
Will you two stop it? You're nothing alike.
Hi there, fans of my diary animated. I'm Monica, a teenage girl living in Texas, USA. I have a twin sister, but the weird thing is, we don't look anything alike. Not in appearance and definitely not in personality. I'm a super smart girl with an IQ of 130. And as for Monique, it's $12. Give them $12 more. Don't lecture me! Isn't it because your brain is waterlogged? And I'm sure you can guess what happens next, right? Our parents constantly face hilarious and frustrating situations because my sister and I can't get along for even a minute. I've brought home tons of awards, making my parents super proud. As for Monique, well, she doesn't seem to fit in with anyone in the family. Everywhere we go, people comment on how different she looks from the rest of us. They see her as the black sheep. Sometimes I do feel sorry for Monique. If she didn't constantly mess with me, maybe I'd feel more sympathetic towards her. The only person who always pays attention to Monique's feelings is my dad. Instead of scolding her when she gets bad grades, he takes her out to the garden for private chats. Sometimes I get jealous of her for that. Oh, I almost forgot. There's someone else who favors her over me. Uncle James, our family driver. He often shows more concern for my sister. For example, he always makes sure her seatbelt is fastened when we get in the car, but he forgets to do the same for me. Once my parents were too busy to attend our school event, it was Uncle James who stepped in to join us.
Monica, you're so good!
Are you okay, Monique? Let me take you to the hospital.
Maybe Uncle James felt sorry for her. I thought so too until one day. It was on our graduation day. Both Monique and I eagerly waiting for Dad to attend. Dad will definitely come to accept the diploma with me. Dad should only accept it with the one who has better achievements. And that's me, not you. Got it? Monique rolled her eyes and pulled out her phone, pretending to have a close conversation with Dad. Dad, can you stop by Avenue to buy me some lavender flowers? I love lavender the most.
Of course, sweetie.
See? Dad loves me the most. She's so good at being arrogant. Dad will definitely come to accept the diploma with us. But hours passed and I still didn't hear from Dad. My heart sank with each passing minute. Suddenly, a familiar car pulled into the graduation yard. My heart leapt with hope, but it quickly turned to dread. Dad's had an accident! Hearing that news, my legs gave out, and I felt like the ground was crumbling beneath me. Dad had an accident on his way to buy flowers for Monique. From that day on, it was the last time I heard his voice. I missed him so much for a long time, but Monique was different. She always seemed irritated by my sadness and mourning for Dad. The dead are dead. Stop crying so much, it's annoying. Go to bed. That's right, Dad had to take that detour to buy flowers for her. which is why he got into the accident. It's all Monique's fault, yet she doesn't feel any remorse. I swear I'll make her pay for this. After Dad passed away, Monique and I grew even more distant. My health deteriorated because I couldn't sleep, missing Dad so much. As a result, my grades plummeted. I often fell asleep in class, my head heavy with exhaustion and sorrow. Unfortunately, I got caught by the teacher.
Monica, why have you been dozing off so much lately? Come up and solve this problem for me.
What problem? I quickly fumbled through my book. Oh no, where is it? I'm doomed! Monica, what's wrong with you? Let me solve it for you, sir. What the fudge? How could she? But what the waffles? She solved the derivative problem in just 2 minutes. Monique had never been able to do that before. How had she changed so much? After that class, I kept a close eye on Monique. At 1 a.m., I saw her still reading. Even now, she's trying to outshine me. Fine, I'll show her what's what. The next morning, we had a homework check first thing. The teacher checked everyone's work at their desks. Naturally, I left a little surprise for her.
Am I a joke to you?
Someone's getting in trouble.
I'm talking about you, Monica. Why did you write nasty things and spill ink in Monique's book?
Son of a biscuit. He recognized my handwriting. Panic surged through me as Monique pulled the teacher aside to whisper. Who knows what she's plotting now? Unexpectedly, I was sent to the nurse's office for an evaluation. They said I had mild anxiety and needed rest. Huh? She told the teacher I was crazy. All right, I won't let her get away with this. When I got home, I planned to confront Monique. Just as I was about to rush upstairs, the doorbell rang.
Hello, are you Mr. Sa's daughter? Please sign this form regarding the accident scene investigation. We found traces of sedatives in his stomach. He might have been drugged before the accident.
Oh my gosh, Dad was murdered? I was stunned, my mind spinning as I tried to process the officer's words. They handed me a folder found at the scene. My hands trembled as I opened it. Inside was a photo of Mom happily talking to someone familiar. I think I've seen that shirt somewhere before.
Monica, what's going on?
No, it can't be. Could it? Nothing. Thank you, officers. I'll let you know if I find anything. Something's definitely fishy here, and I'm determined to find the truth. Take your meds. Grandma's coming to pick you up tomorrow. Why would she pick me up? I'm perfectly fine. Suspicion clawed at me. Monique must be hiding something from me too. I have to find out the truth before it's too late. That night, I snuck into Dad's room to look for clues, and I discovered a shocking truth. There were DNA test results and all the evidences of Mom's affair. Monique is my twin sister from another father? Oh no! The paper slipped from my shaking hands. The truth was like a punch to the gut. Uncle James and Mom had been having an affair since my parents first got married. And Monique was the result of that forbidden relationship. Dad had secretly investigated everything but still treated Monique well. But all 3 of them. No wonder we looked nothing alike despite being twins. This must be connected to Dad's accident. I absolutely won't let this go. I snuck out of the house, my heart pounding as I clutched the folder of evidence. I had to get to the police station and expose all 3 of them. My poor Dad. He must have suffered so much enduring all of this alone. Dad, I swear, I will get revenge for you. Oh my gosh.
Find Monica before she tells the police everything. Got it? Got it.
Panic surged through me. I needed to get out of there. Now. I turned to leave, but a sharp pain shot through my ankle as I stumbled.
Quick, catch that girl!
No, why am I so unlucky? Who is it? Who? Let me go! Let me go! It's me! I told you to go to Grandma's house! You're trying to cover for your real dad, aren't you? Let me go! I have to report this to the police! My shouting inadvertently alerted Mr. James and his goons. As soon as Mr. James appeared, Monique knocked me out. She took me into an abandoned house to deal with me.
Finally, I've got you. Neither you nor your father should exist. Your father took away my family!
You're wrong! It's you who destroyed the family's happiness! Even when my dad knew about your evil deeds, he still treated Monique like his own daughter!
Too much talking. Get ready to meet your dad in heaven. Monique, give me the documents.
At that moment, I looked straight into Monique's eyes. My poor dad always treated her like his own daughter. Yet, she'll regret this forever. Dad, I'm coming to you. Yeah! I only have one father! A man like you doesn't deserve to be called dad! She saved me? A few hours later, the police arrived and surrounded the scene. Mr. James was taken away in handcuffs. To my astonishment, Monique had switched the evidence and handed it over to the police before. It turned out all this time, Monique felt out of place and jealous because I was always better at everything. She wasn't entirely a bad person. Monique changed after Dad died, tormented by guilt. Her change was also due to Dad's encouraging words. Monique had investigated everything herself and advised me to stay at Grandma's to rest while she handled it alone. After this shocking scandal, our mother left, unable to face Monique and me. The weight of her guilt and the shame of the family's dark secrets were too much for her to bear. Of course, Mr. James received a well-deserved sentence for his crimes. And my sister and I, after everything, we grew up and learned to love each other more. We spent long nights talking about Dad, sharing memories, and finding comfort in our shared grief. No matter what happens, she's still my only sister, right? Under the towering oak tree, a cute little boy was playing with his paper airplane. The airplane glided gently in the wind, but unfortunately, it landed on the head of a group of tough-looking kids nearby.
Yo, Tommy, the class weakling!
He's always so scared, isn't he?
I'm sorry, can you give it back, please? No way, it's mine now!
That's so mean! The teacher never taught us to be like that!
What? A girl wants to protect little Tommy.
I'll teach them a lesson. I've been learning karate since I was 5. Yeah! I swung my leg into the air and took down the ringleader with one kick. The other bully turned pale and ran away. Feeling super proud of myself, Tommy nervously approached me, holding out the paper airplane.
Thank you. This is for you.
That was the first time I met Tom. Hi there, I'm Ellie from Virginia. 9 years have passed and Tommy and I have become a sweet couple. Although our personalities are quite different, I'm strong and he's...
I think I'm gonna faint if I climb up there.
Come on, just give it a try. As we climbed into the ride, I couldn't help but laugh seeing Tom gripping the safety bar. The roller coaster started moving and everyone began screaming. Having fun, Tom?
This is a whole new definition of fun!
When the ride ended, Tom stumbled out looking like he'd just seen a ghost.
You owe me, Ellie. My legs are like jelly now.
It was the most fun we've had together. During Tommy's senior year, our outings became less frequent because he wanted to focus on studying for college entrance exams. Meanwhile, I was engrossed in my martial arts passion. One day, a new girl transferred to my class. Her name was Camilla, a beautiful, gentle girl with dreams of becoming a researcher like Tom. Hey, new girl, did you forget something? I don't know. What do you mean? I immediately rushed over to rescue Camilla and disperse the mean girls. Don't mind them, they always pick on new students. Tommy was waiting for me at the classroom door as usual. Seeing that Camilla was alone, I invited her to join our group. But is that okay?
Who's that?
My new friend. She dreams of becoming a researcher just like you.
Great! Come along, Camilla.
Day by day, we grew closer. I even shared my love story with Tom, and Camilla always wished to find such a beautiful love. One day, while we were excitedly discussing how the queen bee at school got embarrassed, a skater zoomed by, knocking Camilla down hard. Seeing my friend clutch her leg in pain, I tried to chase after the culprit to teach him a lesson, but couldn't catch up. Lucky for him this time.
Are you okay?
I think I sprained my ankle. Seeing Tom kneel down to help Camilla, I stood there feeling a bit sad. But I couldn't be selfish. She was hurt. Later, Tom and I took her home. I stopped to tie my shoe for just a second and they left me behind. Time flew by and I became a college student. Camilla and Tom both got into the university of their dreams, and Tom and I only saw each other occasionally when we had free time. He was busy maintaining his top rank and I was focused on my passion. I joined a martial arts club led by Norman, a lively guy with a sweet smile. We trained together and had lunch together. I saw him as an older brother. Then one day he confessed.
I've been drawn to you since the first time I saw you. Do I still have a chance? No! She has a boyfriend, and that boyfriend is me.
Tommy appeared out of nowhere and pulled me away. Are you jealous?
You're not allowed to be near any other guy but me.
Tom's attitude made me a bit uncomfortable, but he must love me if he's this jealous, right? Everything went too far when Norman started receiving threatening letters in his locker, followed by spam messages.
Stay away from my Ellie.
And it didn't stop there. His martial arts uniform got messed with too.
Ellie, can you help me out for a second? My back is burning. Check it out for me.
Oh my gosh, someone had sprinkled chili powder inside his uniform! What the fudge?
I warned you.
Tom was turning into a completely different person, and I couldn't take it anymore. I called him in a rage.
Oh, I'm just protecting you. I don't want anyone coming between us.
That's controlling! I can handle it myself!
I know, I just...
What do you want to do for dinner? Huh? Was that Camilla's voice? Who are you on the phone with?
Just a college friend asking about homework.
A college friend? Why did he have to lie?
I'll call you later. Love you.
Wait! The thought of Tommy and Camilla together made my anger flare up like never before. If it's true, I swear I'll crush them both. But wait, maybe Camilla just invited my boyfriend to dinner as friends. I trust my best friend. She would never ever betray me. That weekend, I decided to surprise Tom by visiting him. But the surprise was on me when I found a red lipstick mark on his shirt. Just then, I heard voices outside the door. Come on, Tom. I'll show you what my fist tastes like. Are you sure this is okay?
Trust me.
It was Camilla's voice again. Were they together? I don't think we should.
What are you afraid of? I know you've liked me for a long time.
Tom pulled Camilla close and they kissed right in front of me. The two-way mirror let me see them clearly, but they couldn't see me. Those two traitors. I was caught between a close friendship and a 10-year relationship. I burst out, shocking them both. Camilla huddled in a corner, endlessly apologizing, while I knocked Tom out with a powerful punch. I treated you both like family! I tried to muster the strength to follow through with what I'd just imagined, but suddenly I felt weak. I hid in the bathroom, thinking about everything the three of us had been through together. I didn't deserve this! I called Tom multiple times to lure him away from the house, but he didn't answer. Desperate, I texted Camilla. Ellie needs me to go to her school for something.
What a bother. Do it later.
What a bother? That jerk Tom. He didn't want me near any other guy while he was cheating with my best friend. I can't. I have to go check on her. After they left, I finally came out. All I needed now was to stay calm and think of a way to get back at them both. I considered many plans to humiliate them publicly. From leaking their secret relationship to stealing Tom's presentation just to mess with him. They turned me into a real monster. Huh? A message from Camilla. She wanted to meet and talk? That morning, I went to the meeting spot. I wanted to hear what my once close friend had to confess. Sadly, Camilla still looked as gentle as the first day we met. You were the only one who stood up for me when I was bullied. Ellie, you've always been the best friend. And your way of thanking me is to steal my boyfriend? You know about me and Tom? I feel awful. Ellie, I'm sorry. I'll end it with him. And you provoked me by leaving a lipstick mark on his shirt? What are you talking about? I didn't do that. Camilla's puzzled look made me realize that I wasn't the only victim of this red flag guy. He was cheating on at least one other girl. I knew we had to do something. On the day Tom had his presentation in front of the whole school, he was utterly shocked to see both me and Camilla arrive, arm in arm, looking super close. And we brought along some handsome guys too. Meh, I asked Norman to help out, and luckily, he was more than willing. Tom was so furious, he forgot he was being watched by a ton of people and stormed down from the stage. But who was he mad at? Me or Camilla? The show hasn't even started yet, my ex. Right at that moment, paper airplanes started raining down from every level. It was quite a sight, but it wasn't as romantic as it looked. Tom, you said you only loved me! Another girl stood up after reading the notes on the airplanes. They were full of proof of his cheating. You jerk! Wow, so all this time I'd been sharing my boyfriend with a bunch of other girls without knowing. It hurt, but at least I found out now. Tommy, we are so disappointed in you. You're expelled for tarnishing the school's image. Why was the principal so upset? Don't tell me she was also... Oh, forget it. The important thing was that Tom finally learned a valuable lesson. Here you go. You've changed so much, Tom. I handed him the paper airplane he gave me when we first met. Now I was giving it back, signaling the end of our memories together. Camilla and I walked away from there. Thank you for forgiving me. Oh, forget about him. He's not worth fighting over. There are plenty of hotter guys out there. I don't think you need to look far. Camilla nudged me and glanced towards Norman. Someone's been staring at you the whole time.
When I was 6, during a practice session, I asked my mom for permission to go to the bathroom, but she refused. Shut up! Go back to practice. You should feel ashamed that you're still not as good as your brother. Despite my pleas, she refused. I had no choice but to continue practicing. I cried and danced until I couldn't hold it anymore and peed in my pants. That made me extremely embarrassed. For a long time after that, I was still haunted by it. Hi, I'm Bertha, 17 years old. From a very young age, my brother and I were taught to dance and Mom was our coach. Although we're siblings and live in the same house, the way she treated us was very different. David revealed his talent very early. He easily performed difficult movements and was admired by many. Because of that, Mom also favored him more, while I was the complete opposite of him. Just because I was slow and not as talented as my brother, Mom didn't care much about me. Aside from scolding, she also often gave me harsh punishments. Once, I had to walk barefoot in the snow because I couldn't keep my balance while dancing, or fasting for days just because Mom thought I looked fat. To avoid her punishment, I always tried my best to practice. And that effort also paid off when my brother and I won the Junior Dance Championship and were selected to compete in the national tournament. Then, an incident happened. That day, when we were practicing for the tournament in California, suddenly, David wanted to change the choreography. Bertha, if we want to win, we have to do aerial dance. Are you sure? We've only succeeded once. I worriedly asked my brother. Come on, let's do it. After saying that, David immediately lifted me up to try that difficult movement. And then, just as I feared, his arms weren't strong enough. David made me stagger and tumble to the ground. After that horrible fall, my leg was badly injured. The doctor said it was very difficult for me to recover and continue competing. And it was when the tragedy of my life began. When I was trying my best to recover from that injury, I suddenly received terrible news from Mom. Bertha, you won't be performing in the National League with David anymore. Why? David casually told me. Don't you get it? Your injury takes a long time to heal. I can't win with you. I found another dance partner for David. Next week, they'll go abroad for training. For now, just take care of your leg. I was completely shocked by their decision. I can't believe they abandoned me when I was at my weakest. Since then, I've become self-conscious, insecure, and even stopped focusing on healing my leg. I spent most of my time locking myself in my room until one day, Dr. Doris came to see me. She was very angry when I dropped out of treatment. I told Doris about what I had just been through. Hearing that, she sighed regretfully. But if you stop treating your leg now, it'll be deformed for the rest of your life. Please, they can't abandon you, but you can't abandon yourself. At Doris's persuasion, I agreed to continue the treatment. She was also very thoughtful when she introduced me to a boy named Tom. Doris said that Tom was also a dancer who was undergoing treatment to compete in tournaments, and he could be a great help to me. The next day, Tom and I went to the stadium to start the treatment program. First was a running workout. However, because I was exhausted, I gave up pretty quickly. Then suddenly, Tom threw a rope and a big wheel in front of me. Drag it to that point. He pointed to the far side of the stadium. Are you kidding me? My injury hasn't healed yet. I won't be able to do that. Trust me. Put on this blindfold and follow my instructions. Tom said as he brought the blindfold towards me. Although I didn't want to, under his pressure, I had to try to drag that wheel. Every time I was about to give up, Tom would scream, "Only 16 left! Go!" Since I couldn't see, whenever he said that, I tried to move a little more. I kept trying until I realized that Tom's 16 feet seemed to be endless. Thinking he was joking with me, I angrily took off my blindfold and threw it on the ground and screamed, "You bastard! You're making fun of me, aren't you? Calm down. Take a look at the distance you've gone. I unconsciously followed his words and was surprised to see that the distance I had walked was far beyond the original finish line. You know, you always limit yourself, thinking that you're inferior to your brother and easily give up, and easily accept your mom's unfair treatment. It's time you stand up and fight. Tom's words shook me to the core. I finally understood why Doris made me practice with him. Tom had great willpower and never seemed to give up. Since then, I practiced harder. Just a short time later, both Tom and I returned to our peak. Since I hadn't found a new dance partner yet, Tom asked me to collaborate with him. Our goal was to win spots at the national championship. After months of practicing and competing, we finally secured our spots. But when we were happy, something unexpected happened. That day, after finishing another tournament and winning first place, my mom and my brother appeared at the door of my hotel room. They said they watched me play and noticed how much I had improved. Bertha, do you want to return to being David's dance partner? If it's you too, you'll definitely win. Right, aren't we family? Come back to me. Despite their persuasion, I told them I already had a great dance partner and wouldn't leave him. Hearing that, they left angrily. Not long after that, the national championship finally took place. Ironically, my brother was my rival. A few hours before the competition started, when Tom and I were chatting in the hallway, suddenly a masked man rushed in. He raised a baseball bat and aimed at Tom's leg. Immediately, I jumped in front of Tom to protect him and unfortunately got hit. The masked man quickly left, leaving me lying on the ground in agony. Bertha, are you okay? Let me take you to the hospital! No, the match is about to start. I can't miss it. Although Tom tried to stop me, I suppressed the pain and stepped onto the dance floor. When I saw the panicked face of Mom and David, I realized they were behind that attack. But leaving all grudges behind, I focused solely on the competition. At the end of our dance, Tom and I did an aerial pose, something my brother and I had failed many times, in front of the amazed eyes of the audience and judges. In the end, I overtook my own brother for the overall victory. It was the first time in my life that I truly felt happiness. Not long after that, the police came to investigate my assault. They soon found out that Mom and David were indeed the culprits. Not surprisingly, it was time for them to pay for their wrongdoing. As for me, I'm currently starting my new life. I'll be flying abroad to compete in the World Championship next month. After all our crazy experiences together, Tom and I got even closer. We became a couple and were filled with hope for our upcoming future.
I was doing my makeup in my room when suddenly my Aunt Sean barged in and started cursing. You think you can hide your ugliness with makeup? It's only worse. Why do you always criticize me? Because you're just as ugly as your father. My sister lost her life because of him. You remind me of every terrible thing that man did. Sean came over and grabbed the lipstick from my hand. She pressed it so hard on the table that it broke, then threw it to the ground. After that, she coldly left. Hi, I'm Samia, 16 years old. My mom had passed away long ago, and my dad left when I was a child. I lived with my Aunt Sean and my cousin Jackie. Sean hated me just because I looked the same as my dad, with dark curly hair and green eyes. Ever since I was little, Sean and Jackie had always told me I was hideous. Their constant insults made me gradually doubt and lose confidence in myself. At the age of 15, the first year of high school, I started learning makeup on YouTube. Unbelievably, after following those instructions, I had turned into a totally different person. All of the body features that Sean normally hated about me were covered up after I put on a shiny blonde wig, blue lenses, and even lots of thick powder. On the first day of school, I received a lot of attention, and the boys tried to get to know me. Soon, I became popular, but it also came with a price. I must wake up very early and spend 2 hours preparing myself every single morning. To avoid being discovered and made fun of by Sean, I had to leave the house before she woke up and before coming home. I had to go to a public restroom to remove my makeup. In order to maintain the image of a hot blondie, I always acted cold at school. I ignored every flirting from the boys, including Noah, an upperclassman. He always wore jeans and t-shirts to school and seemed like a bookworm. Besides the fact that he was the best student at school academic-wise, he was just so unremarkable. On Valentine's Day, a lot of guys gave me chocolates and flowers, including Noah, of course. They were so noisy and desperate that I felt annoyed. I turned my back and coldly refused them all. I could see the despair in their eyes and even in Noah's at that moment, but I didn't care. They just appeared to be so superficial to me and only cared about looks. One day, as I was tiptoeing out of the house, I was startled by Sean's voice. "Stop." Damn, she got up earlier than usual today. Seeing my strange appearance, Sean grabbed the wig and howled. "Are you going to hide your ugliness this way? Where do you get the money to buy these?" "I used my savings." "Looks like I gave you too much money to spend on useless things. From next month, I'll cut your allowance." Her loud voice woke Jackie up, and in his sleepiness, he asked, "Wow, what a babe. Hey, gorgeous, do you have a boyfriend?" Sean immediately hit Jackie in the head. "Wake up. It's your potato cousin, Samia." They pointed at me and laughed like maniacs. I just bit my lips and quickly rushed to school. With no pocket money left, I had to find a part-time job. After school, I removed my makeup and wandered around the local restaurants to look for work, and luckily got accepted into one. Every day, I worked 4 hours after class. I worked in my real appearance, but with a fake name, Lenka. Nobody at school should know that Samia, the haughty blondie, had to bend her back to provide for herself. On the first day of work, I was shocked by the presence of a handsome man in an elegant suit. A colleague of mine said, "He's Noah, the son of the restaurant chain owner. He runs this place." Wait, Noah? I had to rub my eyes a few times. Yes, it was him. Noah looked so different with that look. Noah approached me. "Hi, are you the new employee?" My whole body trembled and I lowered my head for fear that Noah would recognize me. He looked at me for a long time and held out his hand. "What's your name?" Fortunately, I wasn't exposed. I'm Lenka." "Where are you studying at?" "Madeline High." "Sounds strange." "Yeah, haha, you probably don't know about it." In order to hide that I was Samia, I even had to fake the school I attended. Every day, I sneakily looked at Noah. He was so mature when he ran the restaurant and looked nothing like the nerd I ignored at school. But I always avoided him for fear of revealing my secret, even though he was quite fond of me. Once, when I was carrying a heavy box, Noah showed up and helped me carry it. Another time, he caught me when I tripped and nearly fell on the floor. Gradually, I had a crush on Noah. When I went to school, I returned to my glamorous look and used my real name, but strangely, Noah didn't try to approach me like before. Even when I tried to call him, Noah would turn his back and walk away. Why? Does he not like me anymore? That afternoon, I stayed quite late behind to clean the restaurant. Noah also stayed with me. He sat alone, drinking and looking very sad. I timidly approached him. "Are you okay? Do you want to sit? I'd appreciate some company," Noah began to say. "I used to have a crush on a girl at school named Samia. She's very pretty but very cold. Samia always rejects me and every boy who tries to approach her." After saying that, he looked at me for a long time. I was very shaken but tried to calm down. "I don't know why, but you remind me of her. Even though your appearance is very different, maybe it's because of your voice." Then he sighed. "Either way, she's too cold. I won't pursue Samia anymore." I hurried. "Don't! Try again, maybe she's just shy." "No, I've decided to give up on her because I've found the right girl for me. A friendly person with a beautiful soul." I was deeply saddened because of my arrogance. I had lost Noah. He would never go after Samia again, and I could only talk to him as Lenka and in my ugly look. The next day, Noah announced, "I'll invite a close friend here for dinner. Lenka, you're very capable. Can you take orders at our table?" When that friend arrived, I was shocked. Jackie, my nasty cousin. I scaredly brought the dishes to them. Out of nowhere, Noah gently grabbed my hand. Buddy, this is the girl I'm in love with. Jackie looked at me and howled. Samia, you work here? How did you seduce Noah? Noah looked at us questioningly. No, Samia is the popular girl I used to have a crush on at school. This is Linka. Jackie laughed like crazy. Dude, you're so stupid. This is Samia, my cousin. She went to the same high school as you. She put on a wig to hide her ugliness. She even calls herself Lenka now. Don't tell me you like both of them. Noah froze after hearing everything and then looked at me. I was so embarrassed and angry, tears started to fall. Suddenly, Noah shouted, "Stop it, Jackie. You're so mean. Samia didn't do anything wrong." I ran outside. Noah ran after me and hugged me. It's no big deal. Whether you're Samia or Lenka, I still like you. Noah, are you telling the truth? Yes. From now on, just be yourself. Without a wig or makeup, you're even more beautiful and special. I love you for who you are. And then, the two of us kissed. After that, Noah and I officially started dating. I no longer faked my appearance and just be who I am. When I went to school, unexpectedly, everyone complimented that I was really hot, and my curly hair looked amazing. As for Noah, he's still gentle and compliments me every day. All of those wonderful things made me love myself and no longer care about Sean or Jackie's mindless insults. Not long after, they were hated and shunned by everyone around them because of their racism. Have you ever been self-conscious about your appearance? Be confident, because you're beautiful just as you are.
Everyone in this city knows me, Levi, a popular 16-year-old girl, the famous daughter of Dukin, president of the largest local corporation. Look at me. I was carefully shopping in a luxury street. Spending money was like a hobby to me. I saw it, I liked it, I want it, I got it. But as I handed my credit card, the store employee said, "I'm sorry, your card is declined." Are you kidding me? That's impossible! I tried many different cards, but all of them were declined. My rich friends looked at me, whispered to each other, and laughed. I immediately called my dad, but he replied coldly,
"I've locked all the cards so you won't waste your money anymore. Well then, see you later."
"Dad?" I had to return all those shopping bags under the disdain of my friends. Well, it was just a memory. Now I've changed, all thanks to my stingy billionaire dad. I was a famous girl at school and my friends were all rich kids. Every day, we went to school in different cars, wearing the clothes of the most famous fashion brands. To be honest, I used to be pretty mean. Once, when I was standing in the middle of the class announcing the pool party at my mansion, Kyle suddenly came. "Can I come too?" I scanned her from head to toe and smirked. "To my party? With this look? Your shirt is so old that it has turned from white to brown." My friend joined. "Cheap stuff is like that." I scoffed at Kyle. "What are you even going to wear to the party? At my place, we never wear the same item twice. Don't go there and make my party less expensive." Having said that, I left. That night, I invited my friends over and ordered pizza. When I opened the door, I saw Kyle in delivery clothes. Seeing me, she immediately lowered her face as I laughed. "Are you earning money to buy new clothes for my party? By the time you made enough, that party would have been 4 years old." Kyle hastily gave us the pizza box, took the money and left. Without noticing, she crashed into my dad and fell to the ground. He helped Kyle to her feet and said,
"Are you okay?"
"I'm fine." Dad suddenly pulled out some money and gave her.
"Please take this. It's an apology for my daughter's rude behavior."
He entered the house and began to scowl.
"Levi, you're being too rude."
"Dad, it's no big deal." But he was very angry.
"You should take a look at yourself. I'm really not happy with how you act."
And that's how the very next day, I went shopping at the mall and had trouble with my locked credit cards. I returned home frustrated and asked him, "Dad, why did you do that? Do you know how embarrassed I was with my friends today?" His reply was cold and short.
From now on, I'll reduce your allowance. It's time for you to learn to be more mature and responsible.
After saying that, he gave me $50.
Here's your allowance next month.
I was flabbergasted. $50? You're kidding me, right?
No, I'm serious. You'd better research how to save money.
I protested that by sulking and refusing to eat. But my dad didn't change. He didn't care no matter what I did. As a result, I was so hungry that I went to the kitchen to eat by myself before heading to school. My friends greeted me at the gate. Wanna go shopping? We need new clothes for the upcoming party. I hesitated. Maybe another day. I'm a bit tired. After having tried to persuade me for a second time, then a third time, but I still refused, they became hella annoyed. What happened to you, Levi? You're always so excited to go shopping. Actually, I was going to tell you guys that we probably have to cancel the party at my house. What? Are you making a fool out of us or something? We're done. Bye. Then they coldly left. Gosh, I just didn't have money to buy new clothes. If they found out that I had to wear something twice, they'd humiliate me. The $50 my dad gave me was gone in just 2 days, even though I tried to save up. Having no choice, I started wearing the clothes in my closet again. When my ex-friends saw me, they immediately scoffed. Wow. Hello, billionaire's daughter. Are you wearing last week's shirt? It looks horrible. I was almost isolated after leaving elite society. One day, when the class split up for an extracurricular trip, my old friends turned their backs on me and ignored me. As I was floundering around, Kyle suddenly came up. Hey, do you want to form a group with me? But aren't you mad at me for what I did before? Kyle smiled. It's in the past. Anyways, if we don't form a group now, you'll have to go alone. Everyone is already grouped. Then Kyle led me to the cafeteria for food, but I didn't order. Levi, don't you want anything to eat? I hesitantly confess. Actually, my dad cut off all my allowance because I spent too much. Contrary to my imagination, Kyle didn't laugh at me like my friends did. She even bought me a sandwich. Then, do you want to earn more money? Come work with me. Having no other options, I agreed. After that, she took me to a restaurant and asked the manager to hire me. On my first day at work, I was shocked by a series of regulations. I also had to wear a uniform with cheap and rustic fabric. But, well, what choice did I have? It was also the first time I had to clean and even accidentally broke a stack of bowls. The manager scolded me harshly in front of many people.
Levi, you clumsy! 1/3 of your salary will be deducted to pay for the broken bowls, okay?
I was very upset, but Kyle was there to comfort me. But the real disaster had yet to come. One day, my rich friends unexpectedly went to the restaurant I was working at. I panicked and tried to run away, but before I could, one of them saw me and screamed, "Oh, who's that?" Levi, the billionaire's daughter. Why is she working as a waitress? Another continued, and she seems close to dirt poor Kyle as well. They held up a stack of money and laughed loudly. Manager, I would like to have these 2 ladies to serve us exclusively. Unable to do anything else, we reluctantly served them. Those mean brats ordered so many dishes that we had to run in and out continuously. Then they even blatantly made a series of ridiculous demands. Pour me some water. Cut the sweet for me. Feed us, baby dolls. Unbelievably, one of them even knocked a piece of fruit on the ground and asked Kyle to bend over and clean it up. As she bent down, they knocked down another piece of salad, causing it to fall on top of her head. Couldn't take it anymore. I threw the cutlery set on the table and pulled Kyle up. Kyle, you don't have to do that. And you jerks are too much. You have no rights to bully others like that. They pouted. Aw, didn't you do the same to her in the past? Are you sympathetic with her now? We have money and we can hire you girls to do everything, including wearing the salad on your head, okay? She said as she raised her salad plate to throw at us. Suddenly, she was stopped by a man.
Enough, young girls. The camera recorded it all and you could be sued for libel.
It was my dad. Those mean brats scaredly left like little rats. He calmly said,
I've seen it all. Now that you understand that making money isn't easy, do not waste it. I was once a poor homeless man and had to work as a waiter to earn every penny. I was heartbroken when I saw you acting so arrogant and unkind to others just because they're not as financially well off as us.
My dad turned to Kyle.
Kyle, thank you for forgiving and protecting her. Levi, I'll return your usual allowance.
But I affirmed, thanks, Dad, but I think half of that amount is enough for me. The other half, Kyle, I want you to have it. You're the only one who helped me when I was down. My dad expressed satisfaction.
Very well, Levi. As for Kyle, I'll take care of all your tuition until the end of high school. Please always be there for Levi.
Touched and surprised, Kyle gave me a big hug as a thank you. That's how it all happened. I no longer waste money like before. My rich friends have stopped hanging out with me, but in exchange, I have a true friend, Kyle.
Man, New York is lit! Help me out! They're after me! Hide behind me! The group in black breezes by. Yeah, just keep moving. Uh-oh, busted! Seriously, bad luck much? We haul tail, with the bad guys right on our heels. Which way to go? Every time in these situations, my luck totally sucks. Great job, Jasmine. A dead end. Alright, no other option. I didn't ask for this, but here we go. I signaled to my new friend to step back. With these killer muscles, those wings are just a warm-up for me. They aren't even worth breaking a sweat over. Thanks a bunch. I'd be toast without you. What's your name? Where are you from? I owe you big time. Hey, no biggie, as long as you're safe. I'm Jasmine. My family owns a farm outside the city. Nice to meet you, Jasmine. I'm Lily Brown. You look totally badass back there. And that's how me and Lily started our legendary friendship. We just clicked, like we've known each other forever. Oh, by the way, a quick intro. Hey there, I'm Jasmine, the super heroine from the Murphy farm. Smash that like and subscribe for more of my stories. I was born with super strength. I'd be the second person to ever lift Thor's Mjolnir after Thor himself. 'Cause I'm super strong. Okay, maybe that's a slight flex. But have you ever seen anyone lift 5 fruit crates at once or carry an entire milk cow? My insane strength has helped my dad with chores on the farm since I was little. One day, we got this awesome invite from a business partner. Guess what? I'm getting 3 whole weeks of fun and relaxation in the heart of New York City. I was packing like crazy and couldn't sleep from excitement. And what's even more exciting is Patrick, our farmhand, would join me and my dad on this trip. My crush, who else? He's the hottest and sweetest guy I've ever met. New York greeted me with bustling streets and towering skyscrapers everywhere. Total dreamland. And the girls here are so pretty. That's when Lily Brown came crashing into me. Bet those guys earlier were hired kidnappers. My dad's a big shot businessman, so he's got a lot of dirty competitors. That's wild. I think your parents should hire some bodyguards. How about you? You owe me big time, like a massive barbecue party at least. I told Lily all about my life, and she promised to visit the farm someday. Looks like I made the coolest friend in New York. Oh my god, thank you, Jasmine. Lucky for Lily to have met you. See them all across the street. That's ours. Would you like to pick out some new clothes? It's on us. I was tempted but hesitated, wondering if they'd suit me. Mom, why? We are not a charity. And look at her. What size do you think would fit? Hannah, don't be rude. That's Lily's sister. She doesn't seem to like me much. Thanks a lot, but I think I'm good for now. Hannah gave me the once-over and smirked. What did I do wrong? The next day, while waiting for Lily in the living room, Hannah showed up with a beautiful dress.
Hey, Jasmine. I wanted to apologize for being rude. Here's a gift. I hope you can forgive me.
What's this about? Guess she got lectured the whole night. Okay, she's being sweet now. I love it. Thanks a lot.
Wear it for today's outing. I picked it myself. I bet you'll look stunning.
Man, this dress makes it a tad bit hard to move, but it's all good. Hannah personally picked it out and wanted me to wear it, so I can't let her down. Wonder how everyone's gonna react seeing me in this getup. And Dad and Patrick too. But honestly, this dress is anything but comfy. And for some reason, I feel super itchy on my back. While waiting for Lily to grab some ice cream, I started hearing some murmurs. Oh my god, look at her.
Let's play a game. When's that dress gonna rip?
What's their deal? So annoying. And then my worst fear happened. Oh crap! Oh gosh, Jasmine! Lily quickly drags me to a secluded alley. You okay? Oh my god, look what I found! Worms! In my dress? What the hell? Turns out, Hannah had put the worms inside the dress before gifting it to me. I can't believe it! I was so happy thinking she genuinely wanted to make amends. Maybe we could actually get along. I can't stand your antics anymore! You need to be punished properly. I'm gonna tell Mom and Dad to ground you for a month. No phone, no iPad, nada!
What's the big deal? Just helping Jasmine see the truth. With those chunky legs of hers, why would she need Cinderella's glass slippers?
Hannah, how dare you? Who raised you to be so rude?
Just stating facts. She looks like Princess Fiona from Shrek, but after turning into an ogre. Any guy seeing her would turn tail and run so fast.
I was so shocked, I couldn't utter a word. Meanwhile, Lily looked like she was about to snatch Hannah Ball and toss her into the Atlantic. I can't believe her. She's getting worse by the day. Please don't let her get to you. I just nodded and smiled, but I couldn't deny that Hannah's words were playing on repeat in my head. A twist of events went down when Lily dropped me off at the hotel. Dad, this is a new friend I just met, Lily. Let me introduce you. This is my dad, and this is... Patrick? Is that you?
Oh, Lily!
To my astonishment, Lily and Patrick joyfully hugged each other. It felt like someone had just sucker punched me in the chest. Turns out, back in the day, Patrick's dad used to garden for Lily's family. They grew close as kids. This was their first reunion in 2 years since Patrick moved to work on our farm. The next morning as I strolled over to Lily's place to hang out, whoa, was there some kind of event happening here? Patrick, what are you doing here?
Today, I'm gonna confess my feelings to Lily here.
I couldn't really be happy about it, but what could I do? Lily's gorgeous and so lovable. Anyone would fall for her at first sight. I recalled Hannah's words. Boys really do go for slender and delicate girls like Lily over someone like me. The days that followed, I mostly stayed in the hotel, hardly eating. The day before, I had just a couple of glasses of water and 2 apples. Yesterday, just a tiny slice of bread in the morning, and I kept drinking water. Standing in front of the mirror, my body looked the same, but my face had changed. I looked pale and couldn't even smile. One day when I went over to Lily's, the food spread on her table had me completely transfixed. Wow! Going without food for so many days made that simple meal look like a gourmet feast from a 3-star Michelin restaurant. I couldn't resist. I kept eating until I felt a churning in my stomach. Oh no, this isn't good.
A royal feast, huh? I added a little something to help you slim down faster. I genuinely wanted to help this time.
That luxurious meal left my system within minutes. I mustered the last of my strength to crawl back to the hotel's door. After that... When I woke up, I found myself still lying there with Lily by my side. You're awake, thank goodness! I didn't see you waiting at my house, so I came here. You've been here for over an hour. Let me guess. You tried to drag me into my room but couldn't? You look really rough. What's been going on these days? You even missed out on our hot dog date. I wanted to look leaner, so I cut down on food. Thought maybe eating less would trim my muscles down and, I don't know, make me look less like Princess Fiona from Shrek. Oh no! Did that brat Hannah do something again? I'll teach her a lesson! Maybe it's because I stand out from the other girls she's used to. If I look as beautiful and slender as the other girls here, things might have been different. Nonsense, Jasmine! You are beautiful! You don't need to look like someone else to be gorgeous. Heck, I'm even jealous of your robust muscles. Look at all you can do. People will never forget your unique beauty. Afterwards, I spilled the beans to Lily about my crush on Patrick. She was taken aback initially, but then she dropped an even bigger bombshell. I turned him down. What? Why? I just wasn't feeling it. The guy I like should be at least half as cool as Jasmine. And Patrick? He should just stick to planning and picking flowers. Well, can't deny she got that part right. On our last day in NYC, the Browns decided to throw a backyard barbecue party to bid us farewell, and Lily even asked me to sleep over. The vibe was lit, but I couldn't help but notice Patrick only had eyes for Lily now. Suddenly, Lily shot up and pulled me into a dance groove. I mean, how often do you get such banging parties? Might as well live it up, right? Before hitting the sack, I thought I saw someone lurking outside the house. Jasmine, let's crash. I ate way too much tonight. Middle of the night, we were jolted awake by loud screams. We were in the middle of a blazing inferno. Oh my god, Jasmine, what do we do? Am I gonna end up looking like burnt bacon or... Shut it, Lily. Grab a wet cloth and cover your nose now. I wrapped a soaked blanket around myself, scooped up Lily, and bolted out of there like lightning. Oh Lord, Hannah! She's still trapped inside! Oh no! Hannah's door was blocked by something huge. I couldn't get it open. Hannah, you okay? Where are you at?
The bookshelves block the door. I'm hiding under the bed.
Bang! I threw all my might into the door and the bookshelf flew off. I rushed to grab Hannah and sprinted out. My nose stung and my head started to spin as I cleared the flames. The last thing I remember was the starry sky and Lily's panicked face.
Oh, Jasmine! She's awake!
Turns out, goons working for Mr. Brown's business rival set the house on fire. The cops nabbed them in time, and they're gonna pay a hefty compensation to the Browns. The Browns couldn't thank me enough for keeping both their daughters safe.
Jasmine, you're like a legit superhero. You're so tough and brave. I'm so sorry for being a jerk before.
We are forever grateful for your bravery. You're an incredible young woman. Our fashion brand is about to launch a new sportswear line, and we'd be honored if a fit and fierce model like you would rep our brand. You won't turn us down, will you, Jasmine? I was shook. Of course I said yes. To my NYC peeps, don't be too surprised if you see my face lighting up the billboards promoting sports fashion in the upcoming months.
Shine boys, shine boys. I love you, shine boys.
Ugh, how the heck do I get inside? I've been hiding out here for over 30 minutes. Every day's the same. Bands mobbing the front, making me feel like one step outside would turn me into instant mashed potatoes. Wait a second. They probably won't see me behind this, right? Phew. Finally made it inside.
Hey, Diana!
William, Finn, Kenneth. Bet you're wondering why these dudes are in my house, right? Just my luck, and not the fun kind. Hey, I'm Diana. Hit like and subscribe buttons to see my wild ride living with a superstar boy band. Meet my bro, Dylan. a musical prodigy who mastered 4 instruments by 12.
Give it a go. I'll teach you.
We always play guitar and sing together late into the night. At 16, Dylan formed his own band called Shine Boys, playing bass and leading the squad. They blew up across the US after just one hit song. As everyone was buzzing about a music festival invite, disaster struck. Oh my god! What happened to your arm?
An accident.
This is bad. That major performance at the Tennessee Music Fest is just around the corner. Dylan suddenly stared me down. What?
Right. My little sis is a killer guitarist.
Shook! Dylan was suggesting I fill in for him. Performing on a big stage sounds dope, but I never imagined me in the spotlight, playing for thousands.
Please, Diana. I'm desperate.
No way. Jesus! Just the thought of being on stage makes me all jittery. How am I supposed to play and sing? Why would I ever agree to such a crazy idea? Next day, while I was leaving school, a fancy Mercedes pulled up. A guy stepped out. It was Finn, Shine Boys' drummer, looking cool AF. Finn, what are you doing here? Is there an event or... Whoa! Okay, might look like some princess getting VIP treatment, but nah, I was freaking out. Seriously? Is all this drama necessary?
Dead serious. We gotta move fast.
You know about our big gig next month, right? You should stay with us to practice. It's just for a month, no biggie.
Don't stress. We've got your stuff in the back. Think of it as a vacation.
Oh my god! If only this was as chill as a spa day! They're basically kidnapping me!
Big shoes to fill, Diana. Dylan's a legend on guitar. No pressure.
Hold up! I didn't say yes about that. Plus, you guys didn't know who the real guitar pro in my house is.
At least give her a shot, Will. I believe in her. Diana's lit.
Oh, thanks, Finn. Finn's such a gentleman and a sweetie. But William's buzzkill vibe always ruins the mood. Alright, deep breath, Diana. This next month's gonna be a wild ride. The first hurdle? Dealing with a ton of fangirls for the Shine Boys. Some fans who kept tabs on the band's apartment knew I was crashing there. Diana, scram! I got why they were so jealous. I mean, living with the 3 smoking hot famous Prince Charmings? But, dude, this privilege was low-key nauseating. Beneath their glossy exteriors, they were filthy slackers. Socks, clothes, even undies just piling up and stinking up the bathroom. Floors littered with banana peels, plastic bottles, and pizza boxes. Ugh, how do they live like this? I started suspecting Dylan gathered this band because they all matched each other's level of messiness. Second hurdle, keeping my sanity. Once, I accidentally busted into the bathroom when Finn was in. Holy guacamole, those abs weren't playing. I slammed the door shut, turned tail, and... Oh no! Wait up, the thing breaking my fall is... softer than the floor. That's William! Up close, he looked even better. Check out those firm arms around me. Whoa, his physique is as lit as Finn's. Guess it wasn't just Finn I was crushing on. It's all muscly dudes for me. But William, not Shakespeare, wasn't about letting dreamy scenes last.
Where do you keep your eyes? On your butt?
Oh, where do you hide your sweet words? A safe somewhere? Can you be like a tad nicer when talking?
No need.
Good thing the tantalizing aroma from the kitchen saved him, or he'd be toast. It was a delish spaghetti from Chef Kenneth. Just a shame his culinary talent isn't inversely proportional to his humor.
Guess what we call fake spaghetti? Impasta!
This spaghetti's yummy, right guys? To be fair, beyond a few minor quirks, they're total heartthrobs. Who'd be your bias in Shine Boys? Drop it in the comments. One day, when coming to the practice room earlier to set up instruments, I overheard something chilling.
What are you implying?
The stage collapsed right where Dylan stood. Quite the coincidence.
The cops ruled it an accident.
Look, Will, I get it. You paved the way for Shine Boys, but Dylan became the front man. All eyes on him. You've thought about it.
Stop spouting nonsense.
You're also watching Dylan's solo contracts, right? Framing things as accidents is smart.
One more crack from you, and you might end up drumming with one hand.
Dylan's broken arm wasn't an accident. Someone's sabotaging him, and it's William? No way! I gotta get justice for him! But trouble kept coming. The barista looked familiar. Where have I seen her? Name tag says Alice. An old friend, maybe? Whatever. I continue scrolling through TikTok while waiting. Suddenly, William appears as I step out. What the hell? I didn't even sip it! Are you seriously this pissed at me?
Listen,
Save it! Just leave me alone!
It's not as simple as you think. You need to be careful.
I stomped off, ignoring whatever William had to say. The next few days, even if my practice went smoother, the vibe at home got tense. Apart from band practice, I avoided William at all costs. Seems like he noticed, but instead of confronting or explaining, he just kept silent. The most terrifying thing happened the day before the performance. Someone's tailing me. The footsteps kept getting closer. Ouch! It's the waitress from the cafe yesterday. Alice! You don't deserve to stand with my angels. So shameless. That coffee the other day? Lucky you. But today, you're done.
Cut this crap out, or you'll be banned from all Shine Boys shows.
Shine Boys? That voice. William? The man turns away and walks off. It was too dark to see his face, but that voice was unmistakably like William's. The guy who sabotaged my brother out of jealousy, but always looked out for me. What's his game?
Finn and Kenneth were really worried about you. They called to check if you got home.
Indeed, but it was only William who was there when I needed him most. Hey Dylan, do you think William caused your accident?
What? No way. William would never do that. Why would you even think that?
Did you notice anything off with any of the three boys that day?
But...
Just answer me!
All I remember is Finn was super off that day. We usually film vlogs during rehearsals, but he was super pissed. Even yelled at the crew to stop filming. He's never been like that before.
Bingo! I begged Dylan for that video and stayed up all night watching. 5 a.m. Seriously, nothing again? Wait, I got it! Here it is! As Shine Boys moved to the waiting room for their performance, the still running camera caught someone messing with the stage rigging right above where Dylan stood. That's him! Finn! He's been fooling everyone with his fake polite facade. Even made me doubt William. Such a jerk! The final performance day arrived. I wore my dazzling outfit, ready to stride along Shine Boys. Never thought I'd ever feel like a real superstar. The moment I prepared for a month is about to come, but for some reason, I felt down.
William, go away!
Suddenly, a fan shouted out loud. Reporters rushed in.
Is Dylan's accident connected to you?
We were all shell-shocked. No, I can't let this be. I know what you did. Here's your last chance. Explain yourself in front of everyone and stop framing William.
What are you on about? What did I do? Our performance is about to start. Quit your babbling.
Babbling? Nice. He's showing his true colors. I'll make him pay. The performance, a result of a month of hard work, was a smashing success. The joy of being cheered on by fans was indescribable. It's time to do what I have to do. Finn, I gave you one last chance. You blew it. The big screen starts playing the video I told you about. Just moments after the performance started, the stage rigging collapsed right where Dylan stood, injuring his arm.
trusted you, Finn. You did this to Dylan just because of some nonsense contracts?
What do you know? Dylan and you? Always about yourselves. It wasn't me who caused it this way. Move!
I'm sorry for doubting you, William. I should have known better. I'll do anything to make it up to you. Days later, William locked himself in. He needed time to heal. All I could do was be there for him. One day, he finally emerged, letting me in.
There's something I've been meaning to tell you. Thank you, Diana, for truly seeing me.
Finn, the hypocrite who always envied others' success, has now been kicked out of the band. And guess who? None other than the lovely Diana here will take on the official bass guitar position in the band. Fans even suggested changing the band's name to Shine Girl because they truly stand out so much. Oh no, it's time for my appointment. I have to go. Let me give you a little hint. Today is the first date between William and me. He's probably waiting for me in the Merc parked outside. See you all later.